Hi, my name is Olapeju Umah. I'm the founder of MyFoodAngels. We operate right here in Lagos State. I'm very excited about the partnership with Business Growth Initiative for Startups and their collaboration with Just for Women Africa.
What inspired you to start My Food Angels?
Our story started before we were called MyFoodAngels. We were initially called My 12 Market Woman, and the whole idea is simple. It was just to for me, I was looking for easier ways and cheaper ways to source for food items for my family. But from solving my own problems, more and more busy professional neighbors were now also, getting on the train asking me to shop for them. And so we did that from 2018 to about 2020. But something happened in 2021, after the whole COVID, um, scenario and all of that. Then we're just shopping for food items from the market. However, um, with more as the economy began to get a bit worse, we needed to start looking for cheaper ways again beyond markets to shop for customers. And then again, the quality of food items in the markets was constantly deteriorating. Um, and so we started My Food Angel. We just rebranded to My Food Angels. So My Food Angels not only shops from markets, but also from farms. And then we now also do some form of backward integration. So we source for food items. We also plant. We started planting last year. Through an outgrow scheme with farmers. So that was inspiration really. Just affordable, clean food items for families.
What sets My Food Angels apart from other food delivery or agri-tech platforms in Nigeria?
I think it's the whole end-to-end integration for us. We're not only you know sourcing for food items, we're actually going back to even plants. And then of course the whole value chain we're playing within the whole value chain, which enables our customers eat fresher and of course get better quality. Um and of course better pricing. Like again, one of the other things that sets us apart is the customer centric approach to things. I remember when we were pivoting to My Food Angels, and part of the things that we had to consider was based off of what we had in my 12 market man, what are the what are the things that our customers really liked about my 12 market man that we can still bring it onto My Food Angel. So in bringing up our website, for instance, we had to consider how customers could still shop within their budgets, which was part of the things that they enjoyed with the WhatsApp service that we had in Mount of Market Man. So how they would shop within their budgets, still on the website now. We had to come up with a feature called Name Your Price that enables that to happen. So I would always say that so far according to my last search, we're still the only company in Nigeria doing that for customers where I just have 5,000 naira and I want to shop, buy me this, you can break it down into various, budgets per item on the website, so those are kind of the customer centric solutions we bring on board, that sets us apart from the competition.
How does your platform connect farmers directly to consumers? And what impact has that had on both sides?
Okay, so for now we serve as an intermediary between the farmer and the consumer. However, we offtake these items from the farmers, so literally they're being linked to the farmer. But the next version of our app would now factor in for the farmer to be able to supply directly to the consumer, and then we just provide the platform for that.
What are some of the biggest challenges you face in managing food supply chains in Nigeria?
Food supply chain in Nigeria, first of all, is the logistics, and the major reason for that bottleneck is the road, the inaccessibility of the farms. Um, Even we in trying to solve this problem, We've encountered the problem several times. So if there's no good storage facility, good road networks, logistics would always be an issue. And then of course you now begin to talk about the ethical or unethical ways that farmers plant. Um, More and more people are trying to maximize profit now. So there's so many things that goes into the food that they're planting that invariably kind of affects health, and that's one of the reasons why we must do what we're doing here in MyFoodAngels to source, to go back to the roots and get ethical farmers to who plant using the best agricultural practices. So I think those are the bottlenecks, aside of course the economy that keeps getting better by God's grace, but majorly logistics, um and then of course the storage facility for those food items.
How do you ensure the freshness and quality of food from farm to table?
The ideal way to ensure that is to get cold storage, like I had earlier mentioned, and so cold logistics even from the farms up onto the customer's house. However, we don't have that much at play in My Food Angel. So what we do instead is we operate this crowd sourcing model where customers have already pre-ordered their products. So before we harvest, we already have an idea of how what of the demand. And so as it's landing, our office, we're dispatching straight. That is the way we have been able to solve it within our means. However, like I said, the ideal way would be to have cold storage, cold logistics, and have all of that, end to end, before, even if it has to spend days on the road, you're not bothered. But then again, this come at a very huge cost, which for now we're not able to play in.
Your mission is to create an Africa where everyone has easy access and quick access to affordable fresh food. How close are you to achieving that goal?
When we started, we were just doing maybe a few families. Today, we can conveniently say that we're solving this problem for over 1,500 families. That for us is a good jump. Um, Solving it for Africa, then now we see that we see ourselves, maybe in the next 2 or 3 years we should have branched out into other locations in Africa. We're currently now also working in out of Abuja, so we're gradually expanding um our tentacles to ensure that this happens. This solution scales pan African.
What role do you think technology plays in tackling food insecurity in Africa today?
One of the major roles that technology plays would be in the monitoring, in the prepping, of planting, in the predictions, and so predictive AI comes to play, even your drones and application of fertilizers and all of that for machinery generally. However, technology will not be the very first solution to Africa's food crisis. Technology is an enabler, but not the main solution. The main solution really is those things that earlier talked about, right? Ensuring that there are great seeds for the farmers to plant, ensuring that invariably you have not just the great seeds, but good road access, road networks. You have good even demand, aggregating demand for the farmers. So maybe also at that level, we might say that technology can come to play, where the farmer can maybe on a platform be able to aggregate demand and all of that. Yeah, so technology would only enhance and enable those solutions that we put in play in the agri sector.
Where do you source your food items from in Nigeria?
When we started was just markets here in Lagos, and then um, we began to get from the north. However, because of those issues of first of all, it was even insecurity, and then the road networks and all, we've had to pipe down a lot on our sourcing from the north. However, we now source from the vicinity of Lagos State. So states like Ogun State, Osun State. We've gone to Osun State, but majorly Ogun State and the outskirts of Lagos, Ekpe, and all. So that's where we shop. We source our food items from.
Can you tell us about the demographic of people who patronize My Food Angels?
Over 80% of our customers are females. They're not just in Lagos State. They're spread across the nation and even outside the nation. So we have an interesting demography. We have those who want to shop for their families, who are the busy professionals that want to shop for their families. We also have the aged parents who are shopping for their children and just want to send something to their children, or their children are married and all. Eventually, what we have now seen again is that some of those also now kind of their children inherit us as their customers, right? And then we have those in the diaspora who are shopping for their folks back at home. Um, so, but the age brackets, the most common age brackets, who use our service are between the ages of 25 to 45.
How does the collaboration with Business Growth Initiative for Startups help My Food Angels achieve its goals?
So I remember that when we came on the program, the major thing for me was sales, right? And out of all the pillars that's represented to us to choose from, I picked whatever would make me move closer to my targeted sales as possible. So it was about branding, it was about our storytelling and all. I'm very glad that we partnered with DJS on this. What they've helped us to do is one, our SEO conversions on our platform. We never did it because it's not because we didn't want to, but it was because of the cost. So they brought on this um expert who helped us with that, helped us with our brand story, helped us with our, even a lot of the sales drives that we're doing currently has helped us, just to, put the story together, how to, present whatever we're presenting and all of that. So I'm very glad that they've moved us closer to our goal. I remember that when we joined, we were, they're just going with some numbers. We're about 18.8, followers on Instagram, for instance. But with the marketing and all that we've been able to do within that period, we've moved to about 22.5, which is, a very good growth for us. We've also been able to, and from that growth, sales have also happened, because we ran some ads and all of that. We've actually gotten good number of sales, good number of new customers who have actually even repeated their orders. So for us, that's success for us, and we're glad that we came on board with BGIS.